All right, guys, so we're going to talk about real quick. This ain't going to be long. 1 second. Okay, so back in the day, guys, when I used to watch 13 Son videos, he used to talk about how a blessing means a curse. Okay, so I was able to look it up in a dictionary, and I came across a website talking about that. And basically, I'm gonna leave part of it in the thumbnail, but just to give my own analysis based on what I just read about is a blessing a curse. It's talked about that a blessing can be a curse if it's used in unrighteousness, if it's not used for what God had for that nation or those people to use it for. So when 13 Son was talking about a blessing being a curse, yes, a blessing can be a curse. It can go either way. Okay. So like, I remember he was talking about, somebody sneezing, somebody else say bless you. But maybe if somebody's saying bless you when you sneeze, maybe that person really doesn't have good intentions for you. Maybe that person just saying it just to go along and get along. There are a lot of cliche things that people say out here to just go along and get along. That's why I like to avoid like cliche type shit. I think that I have told you guys about that a few times. I don't like cliches, because when people use cliches, they're just going along to get along. You don't know if that person really has your best interest at heart. You're just assuming, which is making an ass out of you and me, that they have your best interest at heart. But you don't actually know if they do, because you don't know their heart. Only God knows that. So a blessing can be a curse. Okay? It can be a curse if it has some kind of negative motive that goes against God for it. So, to me, that's another one of those half-truths. And again, when I say half-truths, we're talking about the Hermetic text, what the Hermetic text says about half-truths. Okay? I think it's the law of polarity or correspondence or something like that. Don't quote me, but just type, you'll see what I'm saying about half-truths. Half-truths come out of the Hermetic text. Okay? So things that we say can mean a total opposite. It all has to do with matters of the heart. That's why you don't judge a person by what they say, but by what they do. And sometimes you can't even judge people by what they do. And it has to go further than that. And God has to look into an individual's heart. Unfortunately, that's why God has to fight our battles, which I hate being, sometimes I hate being codependent. But if you can't see everything that God sees, you don't have no choice. I cannot see into every man's heart. I might get a glimpse of it, but ultimately our lives, we're so busy, wrapped up in so many things, you don't be having time to look into what's in people's hearts. So yeah, it's a half truth. Is a blessing a curse? Yes and no. Depends on whether you're using it for good or not. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.